Dear soul, the angels want you to truly listen with your heart today. They are gently surrounding your energy to share an important message about someone from your past, a person who was deeply connected to you in spirit, yet failed to treat that bond with the respect it deserved. Even though they did not fully honor your soul connection, they did understand many truths about you, things they knew with certainty. The angels bring this message with love, clarity, and healing so you can understand what happened, why it hurt so deeply, and how you can now move forward stronger and more at peace. This message begins with the energy of the Two of Swords, a card that reflects a time of emotional confusion, indecision, and the difficulty of seeing things clearly. The angels explain that the person you shared this connection with found themselves at a spiritual crossroads. They felt the weight of your bond and were drawn to your light, your presence, and your unconditional love. They knew your love was pure, deep, and rare. But despite all this, they chose to turn away. Not because they didn't care, but because they were overwhelmed and unsure of how to handle something so meaningful. They put up emotional walls to protect themselves from what they weren't ready to face. Even if their actions or silence caused you pain, the angels want you to know this person saw you clearly. They knew you were genuine. They recognized that you had the ability to see right through them, their defenses, their wounds, their fears. Your love reached places in them that they hadn't touched in a long time, or perhaps ever. They sensed that your presence was not ordinary. It stirred something sacred and powerful within them. And though they may have never said it out loud, their heart knew the truth, that you were someone rare and irreplaceable. Still, they struggled. The angels say their hesitation was not your fault, and it certainly doesn't reflect on your value or how much love you gave. It was their inner fears, their unhealed wounds, and their reluctance to step outside of their comfort zone that led them to avoid making a real decision about your relationship. They felt torn between the safety of what they knew and the uncertainty of the powerful connection you offered. This fear kept them frozen in place. Instead of leaning into the soul bond, they backed away. The angels want to soothe your heart by helping you understand that this person's choices were never about a lack of love. They did love you in their own way, but loving deeply requires bravery, and they weren't yet ready to face the kind of growth your connection demanded. They weren't ready to tear down their inner walls. The Two of Swords shows a heart in hiding, a heart that's afraid to face the truth, no matter how beautiful it may be. Beloved, the angels now bring forth the energy of the Three of Pentacles, which represents teamwork, shared goals, and the beauty of building something together. This card reveals what your connection could have been: a true partnership where both people work together to create something lasting and meaningful. And your soul saw this possibility. You welcomed this person into your life with open arms and an open heart. You offered them not just your love, but also your vision for a shared future. You wanted to grow together, support each other, and build something sacred. And they knew it. They saw your efforts, your consistency, your heart. They admired your strength and your honesty. They recognized your gift for bringing people together, for creating harmony, for seeing potential and beauty in others, even when they couldn't see it in themselves. You made them feel seen and understood, maybe for the first time in their life. But still, they chose not to fully invest in the relationship. The angels say this was because they didn't feel ready to match your energy. They admired your strength, but it also made them feel small. Your passion and clarity highlighted their own insecurities and fears. They didn't know how to stand beside you as an equal, so they stood back instead. They let you carry the connection while they remained passive. It wasn't fair to you, and the angels see how that hurt your spirit. This person, while deeply impacted by your light, chose the easier path, the one that didn't require vulnerability or emotional growth. They stood at the door of transformation but didn't walk through it. And that's why your bond could not move forward. You were ready to build, but they weren't ready to help lay the foundation. Now, the angels bring the message of the Queen of Wands, a card filled with fire, confidence, charisma, and bold self-expression. This card is you. You are the Queen of Wands energy, strong, passionate, and radiant. You light up every space you walk into. People are drawn to you not only because of your outer beauty or confidence, but because of your genuine spirit and deep, heartfelt presence. You are the kind of person who leads with love and truth. This person saw all of this in you. They admired your power. They were inspired by your fire. But that very fire also scared them. The Queen of Wands reminded them of what they hadn't yet claimed in themselves. Your independence made them question their own strength. Your ability to love fiercely and live boldly made them feel unsure of their own place in your life. They mistook your independence for not needing them, when in reality, you just needed them to meet you where you were, not complete you. They recognized your courage, your belief in yourself, and your ability to move through life with purpose. They knew you would always uplift those you cared about, but they didn't know how to rise to that level. They feared disappointing you. Instead of trying to grow, they pulled away, not because you weren't worth it, but because they felt they weren't. The angels want you to know this. None of this was ever about your shortcomings. This person didn't leave because you lacked something. They left because your light shined so brightly that it revealed everything they still needed to heal within themselves. You were a mirror, and they weren't ready to look. Now, as you reflect on this experience, the angels encourage you to release any lingering pain or feelings of rejection. They see how much you gave, how deeply you cared, and how willing you were to build something meaningful. You deserve to be met with the same energy, and the fact that you weren't doesn't diminish your worth. Your ability to love so deeply is a gift. Your willingness to build, to forgive, and to try again is a strength, not a weakness. This connection, though painful, taught you what kind of love you want and what kind of love you deserve. The angels remind you that you are being guided toward a partnership where your love will be valued, where your presence will be honored, and where your fire will be met with someone else's flame, not fear. A prayer for your heart. Divine Creator, please wrap this beautiful soul in your healing light. Help them release the pain of this connection and fill their heart with the certainty of their worth. May they find peace in knowing they were true, they were real, and they were love itself. Lead them toward a partnership built on mutual effort, mutual respect, and mutual devotion. May their heart remain open to the blessings still to come. Amen. Beloved, the angels want you to know this loud and clear. You are not forgotten. Your love has not gone unnoticed. What you gave mattered, even if it wasn't received the way it should have been. Your light is still shining, and your journey isn't over. It's just beginning in a new way. The person you were once connected to may still carry the lessons you offered them, Your energy touched their life in a way they will never forget. But now it's time to pour that love back into yourself and into the relationships that are truly ready to grow with you. You are walking into a new chapter where your soul will be seen, honored, and loved in return. The angels are guiding you every step of the way. Let go of the past with grace, carry the lessons with wisdom, and move forward knowing the right person will never hesitate to stand beside your light. They will rise with you. You are divinely loved, always. Dear soul, please take a deep breath and open your heart. The angels are gently connecting with your energy right now. They want to help you understand why someone did not respect the deep soul connection you shared. This message is not meant to bring you sadness, but to bring healing, clarity, and peace. The angels want you to see the truth, not as a reflection of your worth, but as a mirror of that person's fears and limitations. This person could see your light clearly. They felt the depth of your energy and the warmth of your love. You brought something powerful into their life, something rare and pure. Your presence reminded them of who they could become. But instead of celebrating your light and growing with you, they pulled away. They weren't ready for the kind of love you offered. Their fears, insecurities, and emotional wounds got in the way. They chose distance, and that left you feeling unseen, unappreciated, and perhaps even confused. But beloved, the angels want you to know that none of this was your fault. You did nothing wrong. Their decision not to honor your connection came from their own inner struggles, not because of anything lacking in you. You gave your best. You were open, loving, and willing to grow together. That is something beautiful, not something to regret. The angels want you to release any blame or self-doubt that still lingers in your heart. You deserve peace. You were more than just someone passing through their life. You were a catalyst for change, a bright spark that pushed them to look deeper into themselves. Your energy awakened something in them. Even if they didn't tell you this, their soul recognized it. They were inspired by your strength, your passion, your confidence. You challenged them, not through force, but through love. You held up a mirror, and they saw the parts of themselves they had long ignored. Although they weren't ready to meet you fully, your presence left a mark. Your light is still with them, gently guiding them on their path. And one day, whether near or far from you, those seeds you planted with your love will bloom. They may never admit it, but the impact you had was real and powerful. The angels now ask you to turn inward and honor the fire within you. You are not meant to shrink because someone else couldn't rise to meet you. You are meant to grow even brighter. Let this experience deepen your understanding of yourself. Let it remind you that you deserve a love that matches your depth. Someone will see your soul and hold it with the care and respect it deserves. You have the energy of the Queen of Wands within you, bold, radiant, passionate, and deeply magnetic. You inspire others without even trying. Your confidence, kindness, and courage shine through every part of you. This person saw that in you, and it both fascinated and frightened them. They admired your strength, but deep down, they feared they couldn't measure up. That's why they pulled away. It wasn't about you. It was about their own doubts. The angels know how much pain this left in your heart, but they want you to release it now. Let go of the pain, the confusion, the resentment. Let yourself breathe again. This chapter in your life is not the ending. It's a lesson, a lesson that has helped you grow stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your soul's purpose. You are ready for the next part of your journey, one that is filled with deeper love and greater understanding. Let us offer a prayer together. Divine Creator, please wrap this precious soul in your healing light. Help them release the weight of this connection that was not honored. Fill their heart with confidence, strength, and peace. Guide them toward love that reflects their beautiful energy. May they always walk in the truth of who they are. Amen. Beloved child, the angels are always by your side. They see your heart, your efforts, and your pain. They walk with you through every moment of confusion and healing. They whisper encouragement into your spirit, reminding you that you are never alone. The angels have also shown you the energy of the High Priestess, a symbol of deep inner knowing, sacred intuition, and hidden wisdom. This is who you truly are. You have always felt things more deeply than others. You could see truths that others couldn't. This person knew that about you. They sensed your spiritual depth and your quiet power. You saw through their masks and into their heart, and that made them vulnerable in a way they weren't ready for. But please remember this: your deep knowing, your ability to love unconditionally, your wisdom, they are gifts from the divine. This person didn't misunderstand you. They understood you completely, and that's what scared them. They didn't feel ready to face their truth, even when your presence invited them into healing. You are not to blame for their avoidance. Some people aren't ready to meet the depth of a sacred connection. They fear what they don't fully understand, but their fear does not make your love any less real. It doesn't erase the truth of what your soul offered. The angels want you to understand that this experience was not wasted. It has taught you about protecting your energy, about listening to your inner voice, and about honoring your own sacred space. The High Priestess reminds you that not everything needs to be explained or understood right now. Some answers will come with time. Trust that they will be revealed when you are ready. This connection has also reminded you of your strength. Even in the silence, even in the heartbreak, you remained faithful to love. You stayed true to yourself. That's what makes you so powerful. You are a guide, a teacher, a light in the darkness. Keep walking your path with grace, dear one. You are becoming more of who you were always meant to be. Let's say a prayer for clarity. Divine Creator, bring peace to this soul. Help them trust their own wisdom and let go of what they cannot control. May they release the past and open their heart to new blessings. Guide them to people who see, honor, and love their soul. Fill them with healing light and the courage to follow their path. Amen. The angels also speak to you today through the Eight of Swords, a message of mental and emotional freedom. This person who could not honor your soul connection wasn't held back by you, but by their own fears and thoughts. They saw your light. They knew your love was real, but they were stuck inside their own mental prison. You were someone who offered healing, hope, and unconditional love. You were ready to walk with them, support them, and help them grow. But they couldn't open the door. They stayed locked in their fears and allowed those fears to guide their decisions. That is not a reflection of your love or your value. It's a reflection of their own wounds. The angels see how that made you feel stuck, as though you were carrying the weight of their silence or rejection. But you are not trapped. The chains that bind you are illusions created by pain and confusion. And now, dear soul, it's time to break free. You are no longer tied to what they could not see. You are no longer defined by what they could not give. The angels want you to reclaim your power. This experience has taught you the importance of self-love, of boundaries, and of knowing when to let go. You were never meant to stay in a place that dims your light. You were always meant to grow, to rise, and to step into your truth. This connection was part of your awakening. It has shaped you, yes, but it does not own you. The love you are seeking is already inside you. It is your light, your kindness, your strength. The right person will see this, cherish it, and walk beside you, not ahead of you, not behind you, but with you. The angels are leading you toward this love now. Let go of what no longer serves you. Trust that what is meant for you will never ask you to shrink. And finally, the angels send the message of the Eight of Pentacles, a symbol of effort, dedication, and the mastery of love through learning. You worked hard to make this soul connection thrive. You gave your time, energy, and heart freely, and you hoped that your love would be enough to grow something beautiful. You gave with purity and purpose. But the angels gently remind you that love must be mutual. You cannot carry an entire connection alone. While this person admired your dedication, they were not ready or willing to match it. They saw how patient and committed you were, but they were not prepared to offer the same. That is not your fault. It is their journey. This experience has taught you something very important. Your love is sacred. You deserve someone who meets you at your level, who gives with the same heart, and who builds something lasting with you. Your energy is not meant to be taken for granted. It is meant to be cherished. Through all of this, you have grown. You've become wiser, stronger, and more in touch with who you truly are. That is the real gift. The angels want you to celebrate the love you gave and forgive yourself for the times you questioned whether it was too much. It wasn't. It was exactly what your heart knew to give. Let us end with a prayer. Divine Creator, thank you for guiding this soul through the lessons of love. Help them release the pain of being unseen and fill their heart with joy and confidence. May they find relationships that reflect the love they give. Let them trust that all things are working for their highest good. Amen. Beloved soul, remember this. Your love was real. Your light is strong. And your journey is sacred. You are never alone. The angels walk beside you, always guiding you toward love, peace, and a deeper connection with yourself and the divine. Keep shining. The love you truly deserve is on its way.